We can add the expect keyword either to a function or to a class. By adding this keyword, we are declaring the signature of the function or the structure of the class without adding any implementation. And we are instructing the Kotlin compiler that this implementation must exist in both the Android main and iOS folders. So it's pretty much like an abstract class or like an interface or like a protocol, though the actual implementation is forbidden to happen in any other place instead of both the Android main and iOS main. Now you may ask yourselves, why do we need this in the first place? Well, occasionally you need to call functions that are specific to each platform. For instance, you may be creating an application that is using machine learning, and you may want to use code that resides inside Core ML on the Apple platform, or on the Android platform you want to use the ML kit. You could define certain expect classes, methods and properties in the common code and provide the actual implementation differently for each platform. So as you can see here, we have an expect function that is expected to return a platform interface. We have the actual implementations here for Android and here for iOS. So if we open the Android file, we can see that we have an Android platform which is extending from the common platform interface, and it is overriding the name value to return a string with the Android prefix, and here we are using Android specific platform code to get the version name of the device that we are running our application. This code is not available on iOS, so it could not be residing in common code. Below we have the actual implementation of the expect function getPlatform. So this function, as we remember, is expecting something of type platform. This is an interface or protocol, and we have a class of type platform, and the actual fun on the Android side is returning the Android platform. The same thing exactly is happening on the iOS side. If we open the platform iOS.kt, we can see a class that is called iOS platform. It is extending from the same common platform interface or protocol, and it is overriding our value name, and here again we are using platform specific code to get the device name and the device OS version. This code again is iOS specific. We wouldn't be able to use it in an Android platform, and this is why we have created this whole setup. And here is the actual implementation of the function getPlatform, which is returning something of type platform, and in the iOS side it is returning the iOS platform. And this is why when we run the Android app, we will see this Android prefix over here with this OS version over here. And when we run the iOS application, we can see this prefix, which is coming from the UI device, and then this suffix, which is the iOS system version. So let's recap one more time how this whole setup works. First of all, we are starting from the UI that is receiving a text from the greetings class .greet function. The same thing is happening on the iOS side. We receive the text from exactly the same shared code. Opening up the greeting class, we can see that we're having a platform. The platform is an interface which has just one value, one string, the name. And here we are using the getPlatform function, which is an expect function. The implementation cannot reside inside the common code, but it must reside inside the platform code. So we are getting the platform, and then we are using the name with the hello prefix. So the only thing that we have to figure out is how this name is coming differently for each platform. Now on the Android side, we are actually creating a class of this interface, and we are overriding the name. The same thing we are doing on the iOS side, and we are also adding the actual functions to return the iOS or Android platforms. If it's still a bit unclear to you, don't worry, we are going to see multiple examples where we are going to use the actual and expect mechanism.